Iclickers change how we look at assessments. Iclickers is an interactive audience response system that offers a variety of options. The response system allows students and teachers to interact through question and answer polling or voting. There are student and teacher device options. Let's take a look at a few of those. The basic Clicker Plus is commonly used in elementary and secondary schools. However, the Click 2 and the Clicker Go offer screens, visual screens. These screens also include a vibration enhancement to support visually impaired students. These options are Section 508 compliant. Some valued highlights for the presenter or teacher include the following. There is a choice to display student response results or not. This is very important when you're involved in the classroom. Some results will be necessary for immediate discussion. Other results can be accessed for later lessons or review. The iClickers support additional LMS programs such as Moodle and Blackboard. Student participation and results are saved on the management system called iGrader. This is an awesome program that allows for charts and graphs, spreadsheets, so that the students can see their success and the teacher can follow the progress of the students from day to day. This offers spontaneity with real-time polling as well. The teacher does not have to create questions for every single lesson. Anything that's going on in the classroom can elicit an iClicker response. Some added values for K through 12 educators is the use of the iClickers for formative assessments. The software is easily uploaded from the internet for Mac or Windows platforms. There is an online support system for teachers as well as a customer service phone line at any time in case there are some problems with the program. Using iClicker means a flexible opportunity in order to interact with PowerPoint and also whiteboard programs. This is an excellent way to enhance your already active technology lessons. The monitoring system is quick, easy, and engaging for students and teachers. The major cost appears in the purchasing individual clickers. The base and presenter are included as well. The pricing ranges from $38 to $45 unless the students subscribe individually using a smart device or laptop. In most cases, this is for university students, unless the school itself has access to this technology. There are many advantages, such as the possible strategy below. Let's talk about how iClickers are useful in the classroom. First of all, the teacher has to create a very important question. That allows the students to really dive into what the assignment's about. Secondly, we have peer evaluation. Students would be talking, discussing, thinking about each other's answers. The next two parts depend on the teacher. First, you could have a vote or a poll immediately. That's often the case. However, there's another option. Sometimes the teacher will ask the students to have an interaction, otherwise known as a wrap-up discussion. The wrap-up discussion here can be related to the question, allowing students to interact with the teacher directly, and then going to the vote. Either way, you can do the vote first or wrap up. It really depends on the teacher. After the voting and everyone looks at the poll and the outcome, the next section is moving on. How does a teacher address the information? Once the students look at the information that they've pulled, it's saved to the iGrader. The teacher can decide at that moment to continue with using the clickers, or better yet, saving the information for review to drive the lesson. Seems like there are a lot of advantages. For the most part, you're right, there are. However, the cost can be considered a disadvantage. There are a few other disadvantages that should be considered. One, there is no writing assessment component included. The interaction is strictly true and false or multiple choice. This does not meet the next stage of our testing coming up in the few years to come. The other disadvantages might not be related to the actual Iclickers themselves. However, if they break or the batteries go down, someone has to replace those, and that is a cost that's added. If you look overall at this chart, the advantages are even more so than the disadvantages. Ultimately, it's the teacher that remains the key tool in connecting the right question with the student interaction. That student interaction will then push the vote. After the vote, a wrap-up discussion, review of student data in the iGrader, and then the teacher makes a decision of how to move on. Those are the four major key elements to using the Iclickers. Finally, if the teacher really wants to, the teacher can assign student critical writing or speaking based on the information that was posed inside the voting or the polling. So before you decide on what kind of clickers you want, take a look at the advantages. There are many more advantages for using Iclickers than disadvantages.